Hi, so I was asked what my favorite basketball plays are for youth basketball teams. So that's what today's video is about. Basically, my favorite plays are the motion offense. The reason for this is because the motion offense creates a lot of passing opportunities, a lot of movement, and it does spread out the defense and it does spread out the offense. And this is good because a lot of times at the very young level, a lot of players will gather together in a big ball and say, pass me the ball, but they're really only advancing the ball maybe a foot. So this is why I like the motion offense. Now, at every level, at the youth level, so elementary school, middle school, and high school, I run the motion offense, and it is really successful. At the elementary level, I personally really like the 5-out motion offense. But at the middle school level, I like to mix things up. I still run the 5-out motion offense at all levels because it's the easiest offense that you can run. Then, at the middle school level, I mix in some box basketball plays, and also I mix in a little bit of like a 3-out, 2-in motion offense. And then when we get to the high school level, I get into stuff like a triangle motion offense, and I also run some set plays off of the motion offense. Now, at the very young level, at the elementary school level, I don't really run that many set plays off of the motion offense. I do incorporate one set basketball play, and that's this one. Let's get down to the clipboard really quickly. And the one play I really run a lot is what we used to call Victoria when I was a player, because we used to name, or at least my coach when I was a young player, used to name all of our plays off of the provinces in Ontario so that we would learn them. Kudos to him. He was a very smart guy. Mr. Lang, Coach Lang, you're the best. And then these guards would then pop out, and then the player, whoops, that's not the right player. And then he'd be able to pass to one of those two players for the mid-range or three-point shot. Or what can happen is if there's a switch. So if player 2 had the switch, we would pass over to player 2. He would then pass into the post. Player 4 would then clear. And then it would be one-on-one, big man versus small guy, and lots of points were given or taken off of this play. But because that offense is so simple, I do run it with all levels of basketball as well. That is usually the first play that we run at the middle school and high school level to set up our motion offense, because if that doesn't work, then we can set up our motion. Now, going into the high school level and the later elementary school levels or the advanced middle school levels, and then off of that motion offense at the middle school level and the high school level, we can run some set plays. Now, here are some amazing set plays that I like to run off of the motion offense that you can run as well, and also incorporate the same set play I just showed you. So before we had that box offense and we would screen down, well, this is very similar. We're going to have the 5-out offense and we're screening down 4 players, 2 and players 3. And they can pop up. We can have some mid-range or 3-point shot options. And if there is a switch, we will have those players in the low post as well. So there's a quick set play that you can run off the 5-out. And you can also run that at the 3-out, 2-in motion offense as well. Now, if you're running the 3-out, 2-in motion offense, again, same idea. Screen down, hope for a mismatch, and then you'll be able to destroy in the low post. All the same play, but off of different motions. Even though these are all the same plays, again, same plays, but different offensive sets. So that way you keep it nice and simple. And if you're not coaching an advanced team, this is a great strategy to use because you're running the same set play essentially off of different motion offenses. And I'm not going to show you all the different types of motion offenses because I've covered that in a trillion other videos that I've posted on this channel, and I'll try and remember to link them below as well. But this is my strategy on how I coach younger teams or even older teams because it's just so much easier to teach. Now I'm going to show you the triangle motion because I really haven't covered that all that much on this channel, but also I'm going to show you a couple of set plays off of it as well, and these are what I use at the high school level. Now, all of these work against the man-to-man defense as well as the zone defense. Now, the triangle motion offense works best, really well against zone defenses, but it does work amazingly well against the man-to-man defense too. So we're going to have player 1 passing over to player 2. He's going to cut down towards this low corner, and then what we're going to have is either a possible pass to player 1, and we can set up some set plays like player 5 back screening for player 2 who can cut towards the rim for a layup. And if there's nothing there, we could have, if player 2 can't get that pass, let's say player 2 red is really denying, he can set a screen for player 1 and player 1 would probably fight through. Player 2 would then still be in deny. And then we could have even player 4 screening for player 3, and then player 3 would get open. Player 4 would then pop out. And then we would have player 3 passing over to player 4, and player 5 would be setting a screen for player 2. Player 3 would be going down into that low corner, and player 2 would be using player 5 as a screen, and he would be then popping out and possibly be open for that layup. Now, if he's not open, we're again in that triangle motion offense where now we can even have a pass to the low post. We could have player 4 screen away for player 3. This is a little bit more of a freelance type of system. We can have player 1 screening for player 5. Player 5 can then grab the pass. He could jack up a shot, and it's just going to continue to move around the key just like so. Player 4 would have went to the low post. Player 5 would have, because he passed to player 1, would have went down to this low post. And now we're again back in that triangle motion offense that we have seen throughout, and we can just keep on swinging the ball around the perimeter, screens in the low post to go back to the low post over onto the other side. And this is a very good offense. And those are some of the set plays that I would run as well, where we would have a possible player 5 cutting towards the rim and having player 4 doing a dribble handoff with player 1, who's then going to be going and driving towards the rim. This could draw a help defender. He could go in for a layup. He could pass over to player 5 for a layup. There's so many different opportunities off of the triangle motion with what I call set plays, but basically plays that do not go in with that motion offense, but you can play off of it as well. And this is my strategy and the plays that I run with youth basketball teams. I hope that this video helps some coaches out there. If it does, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of my strategy on how I coach and the plays that I run when I'm coaching. And also, I will make a defensive video very soon as well. This was the offensive strategies. In a couple of days, I'm going to post my defensive strategies as well. I hope that you'll have enjoyed, and I will see you guys again later on today in another video.